the Geeks, and Joysticks podcast YouTube channel. This is a show called What You Doing, where we talk about what you've been watching during the week. I'm your host, Edward Perez. I'm here with my friend
Felix
and
Bubbles.
What you been watching, bro?
I watched the movie called The Platform. It's on Netflix right now. It's a Spanish movie. It's a collaboration with a lot of people, and it's about this dude that wakes up in what is essentially a prison cell.
Oh yeah.
And oh shit, sorry. It's basically a prison cell, and he has a inmate, whatever. So every month they have to be certain time. So the way you get in is Oh, sorry, I lost my train of thought. The way you get in is that you maybe want something or you did something. And for example, the main guy wants his degree. So he has to do 6 months in the cell. And his cellmate, he killed somebody by accident. It was manslaughter. So it was the rest of his life in prison or a year in what's called the hole. So it's basically like a criticism on society and the human condition, because how it works is that one time a day there's a platform that goes down every cell and with food, and cell first floor they get to eat whatever they want, second floor and after they get to eat the leftovers from the floor above.
Upside down. No, the top floor gets to eat whatever they want, not the first floor.
Exactly, the top floor. So every month every month you get cycled. So at the end of every month, you could be, the guy starts at the 47th floor, and then he goes to the 133rd.
Holy shit.
Then he goes, gets cycled. So they cycle them randomly. And he almost at the end, I mean, he gets new cellmates as the movie progresses, because some people die, shit happens, and he meets a lot of people. So by the end, he meets a guy, and they start a sort of revolution, and it presents the lower floors, how they cope with all this stuff. So it's very crude, very crude. I mean, you see people gutted, people trying to rape people. It's crude, but it's a very, very interesting watch.
And it's in Spanish, right? Like the Spain Spanish.
Yeah. Sounds like the Snowpiercer.
A little bit.
Yeah, it's a lot, kind of like it, but no, yeah, it's kind of like
it. But in a hole,
yeah. But in a giant building.
I said that if I would have watched this, if I had heard a lot of people talking about it and said it was really good, I was gonna hop on it. You knowing me, should I hop on it or not?
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Neta?
Sí, güey.
Okay.
He's not gonna do it anyway.
Well, don't do it. But I don't know. It's fun. I like the movie.
Cool.
It's a very good one.
It's a movie.
So what you do?
Doable.
I caught up on some stand-up. I got two. One of my favorites. The other one is whatever. And the first one I watched was Bert Kreischer. You know Bert Kreischer?
Okay. Yes, I do. The Machine.
He's the fat racist guy. Very
racist.
Fat, very ugly, very racist. Yeah, he's very racist.
Sounds familiar.
But I don't. I follow some of his podcasts. Well, I follow him on a podcast. That's the thing with the podcast thing right now, that you follow the same circle. So when any of them is gonna do something, they're all on each other's podcasts, and they're kind of saying the same thing. So once I see him in one thing, it's kind of hard to see him in another, because he already said what he, you know what I'm saying? I follow all the Rogans and the Seguras and the Bobby Lees and the Whitney Cummings, and he's on all their podcasts. So he's kind of like having the same conversation. So it's a little bit too much. But the pod Bert and the stage Bert are two totally different dudes.
Oh yeah, completely. It's yeah.
It's kind of. Go ahead.
I feel like it's kind of a polar opposite, because podcast Bert is funny, but he's in a more run of the mill kind of way. And in his special, see, I mean, it's a special, so you're supposed to be extra, but he's a little bit extra.
Mm-hmm.
And he comes off as a little bit of a dick.
The only thing that I don't like that he talks about himself a lot. Like he refers to himself a lot. This is something I noticed. He always says I, me, like so it's something that I've noticed and I pick up, and he says it a lot. And his and a lot of his jokes are kind of like moving ons. Like he'll say something, like he'll say something fucked up and then try to move on with the joke, you know what I'm saying? Like, I fucked the goat, and trying to move on, like he didn't just say something really fucked up. He had a lot of those.
Kind of a matter of factly kind of thing.
Yeah, I just feel like if he lets it sit, it'll be a little bit better because he did it a lot. I don't know. I'm not a comedy genius or anything, but he talks about his girls and all that, so it was okay. It's not the worst thing I've seen. But after that, I watched Tom Segura's Ballhog, and that was way better. What you thought about?
I remember. He was funny, but I remember him talking, and I remember the whole circle talking about how now you have to do like the closing joke at the middle or beginning part of the special.
Yeah,
and this was and this was kind of a very obvious move with the Starbucks joke. So after that, he was funny, but I think his last special was a little bit funnier. The story time.
Yeah.
And I did not catch that the me all thing all the time, but I think Tom's was way better.
Yeah, I watched Tom's after Tom Segura Ballhog, and I've said it before, I'm a fan of the podcast. Bubbles has no idea what the fuck I'm talking about, but he's more of a hard ass psychopath. Like he talks about punching other kids in the face if they ever do anything to his kid.
Yes, he's hard.
He's the same guy on the podcast, you know. Like I love that there's a bunch of jokes and sayings and a lot of nods and winks to people who watch the podcast, and it's kind of like, oh fuck yeah, you know, like, that was for me. That was fucking for me. You know what I'm saying?
A little bit more personal.
Yeah, like because we follow his podcast. So out of the both of them, Tom Segura's is way better. Bert is hella racist and really really fat. And you know, but you can find him at Bert Kreisler. You know, Bert Kreisler is pretty good.
Kreisler, I remember. I mean, he has his audience. I forgot about Tom Segura's podcast coming on the 24th, and on the 24th, and I was walking down the street, and I just yelled, "Tommy Buns!" and I was like, "Oh shit, I think I fucked up."
Yep. So let's get you in the mix, Bubbles. What you been doing, Doc? You've been in quarantine. What you been doing with your life?
I've played Devil May Cry 5. I got the leftovers.
You got the what?
The leftovers.
Oh, yeah.
I was the last one.
You know, you have a whole episode of what you're doing to talk about it for yourself.
Yay. There isn't much to say.
You didn't like it?
It was whatever.
Really?
It's like, it's very much like, kind of like the other ones, so it's like, I don't know.
It's Devil May Cry. What the hell do you want?
It felt short. Very short.
Neta?
Yeah. Especially because you divide it into 3 characters.
Yeah.
And it's only 20 missions, and like 3 out of those 20 missions is like boss fights with like a world.
Well, the OGs do that. You usually pick two or 3 different characters.
I don't remember.
You didn't play the OGs. That's why you don't know.
Whatever.
Who'd you like the best?
I was, I guess, V.
I knew it.
Because I don't know if his missions were the easiest, but I got the most S's with him.
Yeah, it's so simple to get S's with the V.
And I couldn't do the combos with the other ones, with the other 2. It was really hard to do combos.
You just have to switch stance and switch weapons and switch button combos.
But like without even changing the weapon, because there are certain enemies that require a specific weapon, so it's like I didn't like it. I don't know. Like Bayonetta does it better, and I don't know if it's fair not to compare, but it's basically the same thing. But one's like,
I mean, it's the same genre.
It's the girl coat, another one's a boy coat. But it didn't. I mean, no. It's like I have Bayonetta, which is, I don't know,
bad bitch realness.
A good ass
Ass.
plate of food,
Uh-huh.
and we got Devil May Cry 5, which is like, I don't know, Maruchan, I don't fucking know, like McDonald's. Which is
Oh, the
good,
way
but
that's harsh.
It's not.
I don't think. No, you're off. I think you're off on that. It was a year game of the year, bro.
What the fuck?
It was nominated as game of the year, and it won a bunch of awards for design and audio and all that.
Crazy.
It's not that crazy. It's a very good game.
It's not better than Bayonetta.
Wait, you haven't played even the second Bayonetta.
Exactly.
You're comparing
It's not
Bayonetta
even better
from
than the
360
first one.
because it's a bad bitch.
Well,
That's what you like.
Do better. Do better.
If there were, I bet
was
you if there was a
Bayonetta
girl-
nominated for Game of the Year?
No.
I mean, I'm not surprised. I'm
'Cause
not
Devil May Cry's
surprised. Because,
better.
man, shut the fuck up. I don't know. It didn't. It was alright. It was whatever. Like, I'll give it a 7. Like, that's a
Okay.
legit score.
Whatever.
7.
You suck.
Well, you're wrong.
No, that's his opinion. It is wrong, but it's opinion.
And he's entitled to his wrong opinion.
Did
And
you
then
like,
the accent of that girl was so fake. I couldn't.
no one's looking at her accent. They're looking at her fucking tits, dog.
No,
Did you like DMC better, which is the one before this?
I don't think I
The
finished
reboot?
it, but that was with just one character, right?
That was just Dante, yes.
Yeah. It gives you a chance to familiarize with the fucking character you're
That's
using. Like, this was too much. I appreciate the effort that it made it interesting. Like, V, that's an interesting concept. Like, even though it sounds like difficult to use to use like 3 people at the same time,
Yeah.
but it wasn't that hard. It was alright.
Mm-hmm.
Actually 4 sometimes. But I appreciate that. It was different. The story was whatever. Some of the characters look busted, like that girl. Trish, was it?
Oh, Trish, yeah.
It was like, what the fuck?
She didn't look, no, she wasn't that great.
But yeah, I think 7 is a fair score for that
No.
game.
No. I forgot what we gave him. We gave it like a 9 or 8.5. I don't remember. I don't
feel
recall.
basic.
No. Why? Don't. You can't say basic or taste anymore. That's it.
No, not a good game. And the last 2 battles are very underwhelming. Very.
A little bit, because it's a big holy shit moment because you're fighting who you're fighting.
No.
You're just not a fan of Devil May Cry. That's fair to
guess
say.
not.
But something that we thought you were going to be a fan of, that we were going to talk about in the podcast, but because of the results, we're throwing it on here. We're talking about Netflix series The Letter to the King. I watched this with you, Bubbles. You guys can look for the podcast where we talked about the trailer on this. We were wet. He said it reminded him of like a Fire Emblem show. He was very excited. We watched it. What you think about it now?
Well, a red flag was that it was on the section for the whole family on Netflix.
Correct.
So I was like, wait a minute, what? Okay. And I would guess it's like a family friendly Game of Thrones-ish.
No, not Game
Like,
of Thrones.
I don't know. I don't know. It's for, I don't know, for families. I don't know, for teenagers. Like, if you want to see a cool ass show with your kid that's like, I don't know, 8 or 9, I'll be down to watch it with my kid.
It looks nice. It definitely has a budget. The landscapes were dope, but it's so blatant, the steer away from violence while violence is occurring. It would have benefited for some blood, but it's a bunch of kids. So the story, as far as I remember, is like they're in this little town. There's a prince who's like ravaging and he's crazy, and they need to get a letter to the king, obviously, halting an attack, but it's an encrypted letter that shows that they're going to murder the people from this little town. So there's some betrayal, but in the meantime, the kids are kind of competing to become knights, I think. And there's like the weak ass kid, and then there's like all the rest of them are dope. You got the Muran, and the Muran is like, oh shit, I'm the baddest bitch. You know what I'm saying? And then shit ensues, and it is entailed to the kid to take the letter. You're the chosen one. You have powers, and then you go through the whole series, and he's got to get the letter to the king to halt this big attack towards their little town, and the whole everything of the realm depends on this kid to get there. But the stories and it's just big. It's a strike for me. Like the best thing of it is like the landscapes and the settings, and it looks nice.
The outfits look pretty legit.
Everything looks legit. It's high budget. Even the sword fighting is low key whack. Yeah, it's low.
No,
it's
it was
like
cool.
It's not on par. It's not memorable.
The sword fighting?
Any of the fighting isn't really memorable.
I remember stuff.
Do you though?
Yeah.
Like what?
All the magic they use and shit. The powers and shit.
Those are powers. I'm saying sword fighting.
That was alright too. They're fucking kids.
Exactly. So it doesn't lend itself to be anything super mega dope. Like because they're kids.
I can't do that with a fucking sword.
I get that. But there's an ability cap that it gets to because they're kids. I don't know, man.
It was alright. Like the acting wasn't horrible.
And then there was like this. I felt it was very harped in and a very obvious. Let's just say surprise. You want to call it a surprise?
Plot twist? I don't know.
I don't know.
Oh, about what?
The last thing that I wrote.
Oh.
Don't say it. This
Oh.
is a spoiler.
Oh,
Something happens that it was kind of like, really? Like it only blossomed in like like half an episode, and it was super
Spoil it.
obvious. So the two of the kids kiss, right? But they're two
Oh.
boys,
Huh?
and
That's
then,
it?
Yeah, but it was kind of like what? Like you could see it coming. Like they have like a little scene in the campfire the night before, and then I forget what they're doing, and then they kiss, and it's kind of like, wait, what? Why?
love.
No, you were so excited with
I
it.
was so shook because I wasn't expecting it.
I did. I called it. I said they're gonna fucking make
Because
out.
it's almost like Disney Channel shit.
Yeah,
So-
it's kind of
so
like a Disney Channel.
So
Game
it's
of
like,
Thrones.
whoa, what the fuck? I don't want my kid watching two boys kiss. The fuck?
I totally. Cállate los hocico, güey.
The fuck? No mames,
You were
güey.
fucking so happy when it happened. Get out of my face.
I was so shook.
You were happy.
I was so
You were
shook.
elated.
Yes.
So, I don't. I'm not confident recommending it. I would give it like a
Oh, okay.
6. So I mean, check it out. It's only 6 episodes, so that helped it. If it would have been 8, I don't think we
Yes.
would have kept watching.
It's too much.
If it was 8, I don't think we would have stopped. But
I think I'd rather finish watching Harley Quinn.
yeah, that's way
Yeah.
better.
You haven't finished?
Don't
Jesus
don't
fucking
don't get started with that shit. But yeah, and then it ends and it doesn't really leave it a whole lot open for like a second season. I don't know.
Yeah, I think it was like a one-time thing.
But they
I
would
don't
have
know,
called it a mini series too. I don't know. I don't think it's gonna have much success, and I don't think there's much feature in it, which is sad because you were super mega stoked for it.
Yeah. I'm surprised it looked like it had a lot of budget, so I'm surprised it just didn't do better.
Oh well. So that's what we'll be watching this week. Leave us a comment down there. Y'all been quarantined, and let us know what y'all been watching. We'll shout you out and watch what you've been watching and say if you got whack taste or not, bubble style. I've been your host, Edward. I've been joined with my friend
Felix.
and
Bubbles.
talk to you guys later.
Bye.
Bye.